So we're cooking an elegant meal here today, and I have my pastor, Pastor Chris Palmer, here with me in the kitchen. Hello, Chris. Thanks for joining me.
Good to finally be with you, Katie. Good to be in a Dash Dish
So he often brags about his cooking skills because he is an Italian heritage. So he's always talking about his fish dishes and all of the fancy dishes he's making at home. So I said, all right, let's put him to the test. We're going to bring him here in the kitchen to make an elegant meal. So we're making really easy Italian elegant food today. And so we're gonna make salmon asparagus dish that has a Parmesan topping. And have you ever done a Parmesan type coating on your asparagus?
I can tell you I have a few times.
Okay, well good. So you know how delicious it is.
Us Italians love Parmesan.
So I'm gonna start by making the seasoning. What I'll have you do, we already washed the asparagus. I'm gonna have you trim it down. And a really simple rule of figuring out where you should trim asparagus is you just wanna hold a piece of asparagus and then just snap it. And this will be the tough end. So that's kind of your guide of where you want to cut the asparagus down. Now, if you're a little bit scared to waste that much asparagus, you could always do about an inch of the end off and then toss the tough end. So you can go ahead and get started on that and then just place it on the baking pan. And I'm going to start with the seasoning. I have 1/4 teaspoon of onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. And this is where all the flavor comes in, is all of these spices and seasonings. 1/4 teaspoon of salt, 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, 1 tablespoon of parsley, and you can kind of just eyeball that. 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, and then 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. So I'm gonna mix this spice blend together. And then, Chris, I'm gonna give you about 2 tablespoons of this spice mix.
Okay.
And you can kind of just sprinkle it over the top of the asparagus.
All right, sounds easy enough.
And just kind of coat them all in the seasoning. Then I'll have you take the cooking spray and just get a good quality cooking spray, olive oil, avocado oil, and spray it really good over the asparagus. And then what I'll do is I'll add 1/4 cup of Greek yogurt to this seasoning mix. And then I'm gonna borrow your knife here. I'm gonna cut this lemon. And then we're gonna do the juice of 1/2 a lemon. Now, Chris, tell me, how has your Italian heritage played a role in your cooking?
When I went to Italy for the first time in 2013 and saw the cuisine they had there, it was not just a food for them, it was a lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And so you could see that in Italy, everything evolves around the table. They eat dinner there for 3 or 4 hours. And so food's very important, and it's a passion, and when I went to Italy, I caught that passion.
And how do you think your cooking classes have kind of sharpened your skills for cooking?
You know, they've taught me to put my love into cooking, to do it the right way, because cooking is so important because it's not just about the food, but it's about showing people love. Mm-hmm. And that if you do something the right way or you improve yourself to do it, you can give your best to people.
That's so good. I love that. And you know, we're preparing salmon today, and I have to ask you, have you ever made salmon?
I love salmon.
I love fish as well, but I think a lot of people are intimidated by fish because it can seem a little bit tricky, a little bit scary when you think about, okay, how do I prepare this, and you know, how do I make sure that it's cooked through, not overly cooked and dry? So this is a really simple way to prepare fish, and it's no fail, because I'm gonna take this topping with the seasonings and the Greek yogurt, the lemon juice, and I'm just gonna spread it on top of the salmon. We'll just have you place it right next to there. And what I like to do is I like to have things all on one baking pan, and the nice thing is this cooks up all at the same pace. So you can have it all in one pan. And then Chris, I'll have you go ahead and kind of just spread this on, just like that.
All right.
Since we moved our asparagus, I'm gonna give this another shot of cooking spray. And really, you could drizzle some oil over, but I like to just use cooking spray so I can control how much oil goes on. The nice thing about spraying it with oil just before baking is it does cause that Parmesan topping to really crisp up and get golden brown. and that looks really good. So we're gonna pop this in the oven, 425 degrees for about 15 to 20 minutes, and everything will cook up perfectly, and then we'll make dessert.
Can't wait.
All right.